Greetings, explorers and tourists. Today we are looking at French Quarter, coming to us from Motor City Gameworks in 25th Century. There is your design team. French Quarter is a beautifully illustrated strategic roll and write game about visiting the heart of New Orleans. 14 up, 1 to 4 players, 45 minutes. Let's get this open. Alright, so I do have the tourism expansion already in the box, so here's that rule set. Then we have the main rule book. Introduction, components, game setup, overview, sequence, game end, explain how all the scoring works, how umbrellas work, the different activities, the bonuses from the activities, performers, the mayor variant, the solo mode, notes and reminders, and a quick reference. So you have 2 pads of sheets. Each player gets 1 of each sheet. On here you have the different streets. You have numbers because that's going to determine where the second line starts. Then each building kind of has a different activity icons on it or different ways of scoring. There's all of that. There's your second line markings. When you cannot map a number, gain an umbrella instead. And there's where you're going to figure out all of your score at the end of the game. Basically, you're going to be moving your little person around here and trying to map these by putting a number in it, but it needs to be the same number or within one of the northeast, southwest buildings. Basically, orthogonally adjacent. And the second line will be moving around and scoring points as well. Here is that activity sheet. So you'll see it has the rows here, special abilities, and a street number or a street name. Basically, this is how you'll be scoring for the activity. So this activity one, you're going to be looking at Decatur Street and looking at how many mapped buildings you have and times it by your multiplier over here. This keeps track of your round. Then you have your little icons. The little window opens up your special abilities up here, left to right. There's a line you choose, and then the little fleur-de-lis opens up the bonuses. So there are your different ones on there. Down here you have your performers. You'll be unlocking these and scoring points for how many of a set you have. And then as you do these, you'll be marking down here to unlock them. Then as you get umbrellas, you go over here, and every third one you get a bonus action. Alright, now you have a bag of wooden bits. Let's get this open. So you have different player colors and pieces that have the different shapes in them. This is the first player marker. These little roadblock things are for the mayor variant, which you have to play with if you play solo, and those will block off streets according to what the mayor says. And so again, here are those player pieces that you get to choose from for your colors. I'm probably going to be the orange beer when I play. Alright, let's look at these beautiful looking dice. That's the thing, if you're going to make a roll and write game, make really nice beautiful dice. And they've done it so much so that the bag is unattainable to open. Alright, I'll get it, there we go. Alright, good heft, good weight. You can tell, nice marbling. You got the fleur-de-lis on it on the one side. But yes, these feel really cool, nice in hand. And they roll really well. Alright. So now you have a deck of cards. So let's go ahead and start with the mayor cards. So again, these are used in the solo variant, or you can play with this normally. So you're going to flip over a card, you're going to look, and right now County Street is closed off. The rest of the symbols on here pertain to the solo one. Basically, it's going to determine which die the mayor is going to take in alternating orders, and then if their icon is on the corner down there, it means they'll go first, otherwise you go first. So here's all the different mayor cards. Hey, mayor. Alright, let's show you those vacation cards. This is that tourism expansion. These cards are used for basically personal secret objective goals to score more points. Here's map these 4, and then there's your points that you get for them. So the majority of them are mapping the 4 buildings. And then there's going to be 2 at the end that want you to do them. Map these 4 with the same value and these 4 with different values. These cards are all color coded. You have Walk, Riverboat, Socialize, Carriage, Streetcar, it's named Desire, and Taxi. You're going to have these laid out in the little pile, shuffled up. You're going to flip one over. You're going to roll the dice according to player count and assign them to the cards, and that's how you map buildings and move about the city. So the taxis, you'll see they have an icon here. You'll mark that off on your activity sheet, and this allows you to move 1 to 4 spaces. So then you have, it's always 1 to 4 spaces, and you have the different tracks that you'll mark. Streetcars, you move to any space on Dauphine Street, I believe it is. And you'll see these have 2 icons. That's a wild one, so you can mark anything. And now you have the carriage, move 1 to 3 spaces. The socialize, you only move 1 space because you're socializing. And if you choose the socialize dice, that's how the second line moves. Riverboat is moved to any space on Decatur Street or North Front Street. And then you have walking, move 1 to 2 spaces. Alright, so that was everything in French Quarter. Hope you enjoyed, and now I'm going to go research more into the French Quarter.